press day is over, but the drama is just starting. Hey everybody, Walter Wanders, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull-no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage. Today, my friends, A1 is here, and just in a few hours from just miles from where I'm sitting right now, the gate's going to drop, and it's going to be chaos, my friends. It's one of the craziest silly seasons we've ever seen. So much to cover. Normally, we'd be talking about, there'd be some stories going on right now, which what happened in this offseason that we'd be covering. But there's some bigger stories. In fact, my most previous video, yesterday, we talked about this. I think, for me, and you guys leave it in the comments below, who has the most riding on tonight's gate drop? Well, there's a lot. Like I said, we could talk about Christian Craig. I'm cheering for that dude. I think he looked great. We're going to talk about press conference was very revealing as a trained salesman. Very trained. I was just talking to a couple team owners recently, and they're like, you were a sales guy for Triple X like 13 years ago. Yeah, I was the sales manager for the biggest merchandising line in the industry. And in this industry, you wear many hats. I trained sales guys. I sold Zoomies, cycle gear. I put us everywhere, worldwide. Hired riders, fired riders. I've done it all. Owner's rep, traveled, trade shows across the country, traveling circus. Insanity. And let me just tell you, friends, Christian Craig, he looked good. He looked confident. And like he said in the presser, he's like, I've ridden the 450 with these guys outdoors. I know their speed. I know what I'm up. I don't consider myself a rookie. There was a few people, though. Adam Cianciarulo, and that's like I said in yesterday's video. I said him and Kickstart. Those are the two guys for me. And like I said, if it wasn't for those two guys, we'd be talking about Christian, because he's got a lot riding on this thing. This is big for him. He looked great. He looked confident. I loved what I saw out of him in the presser. Colt Nichols. Colt Nichols looks like I'd expect him to look, but he looked a little bit like he knows what he's up against. Like, this is big time. He's like, what, I'm in a press conference like with these dudes? Like, this is insane. Poor guy, man. I hope you get through the race safe and sound, my friend. I'm not expecting you to do much of anything. Just get through healthy, brother. Cianciarulo, tears in his eyes, a little bit of snot in the nose right there. Emotional. He's like, I just got a good perspective on things. I'm living in the moment. You can tell, you get the sense that he knows that this is it. That this is in actuality possibly it. And I love Adam now. Like when he first came up, you always kind of hate the guy that comes up with all the hype. Like Danger Boy, I've been so hard on Danger Boy. I owe a lot to Danger Boy. Danger Boy, I'm cheering for you. If it wasn't for you, I don't know if this channel would be monetized right now. I mean, the video I made about you went viral. So I owe you guys. And there's no denying Danger Boy, massive talent. He can do it. I want to see him do it. I want him to come smoke Jet someday. I really do. And I have nothing against Jet. It's just I'm American, brother. Adam looked a little bit sketch. What do you guys think? It looked like he was a little bit like sugarcoating it, not giving. And he's like, I really like just being around my colleagues, man. I'm stoked to be here, and I'd like to be an announcer in the booth. And I can kind of see now, big picture, that's probably where I'm headed. Yeah, absolutely. And you'd be great at it. You need to come into the booth, Adam, because I think this is. I would love to see Adam go out on top. I'd love to see him pull a Kenny Roczen and come out of nowhere and revitalize his career when we thought it was over. Not have to go through the pain and suffering that Kickstart went through, which segues us into how did Kickstart look at the presser? Well, he dressed it down a hair. Did you notice he was the only one not wearing a team hat? Couldn't mess with that perfect hair at Kenny's. And he wasn't in a three-piece Italian suit. This time he was in a collared shirt with a few of the sponsors on. They're probably contractually obligated to rock that thing. He had a sport coat on when he got out of the main presser interview room. He was out just doing other fill-in, press interviews. But he dumbed it down a hair. But Kenny Boy, I could tell Kickstart knew. He knew that he bit off more than he can chew. He knows that he has got a chance to win this race tonight. He knows. He knows he can win it. But he knows there's a big chance he's going to get embarrassed out there. And he pretty much said, you know, I could tell he tried to leave the door open saying, basically, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. The bike's way different than my 2016 championship Suzuki. It's way different. And, you know, the program, this and that, you could tell. It's just like I predicted weeks, if not months ago, that we would see him basically try to say, not enough time, still working out testing, this and that. Because, listen, man, what I really want to hear out of Kenny is, screw all my haters. I'm going to come smoke everybody tonight on this kickstart bike. I am that good. I would rather see that cocky, arrogant, but I get it. Can't do that. You can't do that. You don't want to test fate. But the two things I saw, friends, is I saw Adam looking a little bit like emotional, and I saw Kenny very reserved, very timid, very trying to choose his words very carefully because he knows he has his neck really far out. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as an industry guy, somebody who wants to see not only win on the track, off the track. Understanding the politics now are all different. This is all political, a lot of fluff, a lot of show, a lot of manufactured PR people telling people what to say tonight. Kenny, tonight, I'm your PR, I'm your publicist. Rep, I need you to just say these words, all right? And you're going to wear this shirt tonight, all right, Kenny? We're not going to go over the top. They're all being handled to create an image, to sell you guys clicks, views, subscriptions, whatever they can. This industry is got a lot of issues going on, and I really want everybody to have a firm grasp to not believe everything you're seeing, because we read between the lines and look between the cracks. What we can really see is Kenny's scared, and Cianciarulo is emotional, and that's reading between the lines. We saw Craig looking confident. We saw Mookie being Mookie. We saw Ferrandis being just whatever, that guy, Tripper. And we saw a lot of things that we'd expect, but just like I started this weekend off with a previous show, Adam and Kenny, for me, both confirmed what I was saying was in fact true. Now, when the gate drops tonight, we'll see how it pans out for them. Like I said, I'm cheering for both these guys, and I know you guys are too, because at the end of the day, we just want to see racing. So at the end of the day, we want to see good racing, but we don't want to be lied to. You keep hearing these guys say, you know, to be honest, don't you hate that when you hear them on the podium? Well, to be honest, see, when you, as a trained salesman, when I hear somebody, you'll never hear me say, to be honest, because that implies up until this point, I haven't been honest. So when I hear somebody say to be honest, that means they're just, they've up until this point, some PR person, some publicist has been telling them what to say, team manager, whoever. So that's what I'm seeing now. I want you guys to understand. I'm going to continue to blow the lid off this thing every step of the way, because it's not only what you guys need, it's in fact what you deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you're really going to love the next video coming into your screen. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. We will see you on the next video.